Hi, blessings. Welcome to Pizzo's Pages. This is an author tube, booktube. A mom tube. We talk all things books and writing and being a mom in the midst of it all. Today, I wanted to talk about why am I not writing? So I'm in the midst of a work in progress. Right now it's called Armored, and I'm about halfway in. I'm halfway in. I have it planned for 70,000 words. And right now I'm at about 35,000 words. I'm in a very important point of the story. Very important point of the story that's really going to drive us home. And I've stalled. I also stalled with this book during NaNoWriMo. This was the book I wanted to finish during NaNoWriMo. The last 2 years, I have finished the book in NaNoWriMo, but this was the book that I stalled on during NaNoWriMo, and I thought I would pick it back up with the time off during the holidays. I did not. I have not written at all. I had some things that I needed to research so that I knew I got it right. It took me a while to do the research for it, but I did do the research. And I'm still in a place of research for it. I wanted to read a couple of things. You know, your mind starts to tell you, you need to read this, you need to read that, so that you really understand how to do that. So I wanted to read a couple of authors and read a couple of things just so that I was able to get a better understanding on how to accomplish what I was trying to accomplish with this novel. But honestly, I am not writing. I am not writing. It's been, to be honest, a good 3 to 4 weeks. Good 3 to 4 weeks that I have not written on this book. Yet the story churns and these characters churn in my mind constantly, to the place where there's a build of guilt building up in me about me accomplishing this. So I'm talking to myself about, well, this author said it took him 4 years to write his book, or this author has been writing their book for 5 years. I'm trying to combat the guilt I feel about not writing the book. And so today I wanted to actually do a posting about why I am not writing. And it's only because I need to talk to myself, but I hope it helps you. And the reason why I am not writing is because of fear. That is it. That is it. It is fear. Fear. That's it. I don't think that I am developed enough, good enough, understand how to do what I'm trying to do with this plot well enough to write this story with the justice it needs to have to put in the hands of young people. That's it. That's it. I keep trying to read other people's stuff like, okay, they kind of paced it this way, or it's a new genre for me. This is a thriller, young adult thriller. So it's a new genre for me. Of course, when I started writing out the gate, it was, I was going, flying. And then I started to notice, wow, this story is complex, because I'm a pantser and I kind of go. I have a pretty good understanding of how things are going to mesh out, but I let my characters and the plot sort of unfold, and then all of the devastation that might end up along the way, I clean up in my several rewrites. That's kind of how I work. I was like, wow, this story is blowing my mind. It's good, but it's blowing my mind. And because of that, I started to back away from it. Just totally fearful of it having this life, it being this bigger than life plot and storyline that I am not sure I can accomplish. I'm not sure I can accomplish. Fear of not being able to do it. When the bottom line is, so what do we do with that fear? What do we do with the fear that we may not be able to do whatever that is? For me, it's write this book. The fear that I may not be able to do this. You just got to plow through. You just got to plow through. And I keep telling myself that. Get to it. Get to it. Get to it. Get to it. But I'm self-sabotaging by doing all these other things instead of writing this particular book. When I need to just get to it, get to it. Some of it is a natural process of me trying to see some of the light in the darkness, because this is totally new for me and I don't quite understand if I'm getting everything right. It also is culturally elements of a culture I don't know anything about. And so I felt like I needed to research and to understand this culture so that I could get it right, and do the story justice and not just be putting anything out there willy-nilly. And so that was legitimate. I feel like that was legitimate, but I am not a person that is a fill in the blank, just right. Ooh, skip that. I'll come back. Right. Oh, I don't know what that is, so I'll come back. I need to have a fluidity to my writing, and I am very linear from beginning to end. And so when I got stopped or stuck, I just felt like, oh, I can't touch it. And now I see I'm ready. I'm equipped with the knowledge I need to have to move forward. But it's still a very scary place to be in, to attack a new genre, a story that's epic, different culture. It's almost one of those things that I'm afraid to try to finish it, because what if I get to the end and it's just garbage? And I have to be okay with that. I have to be okay with that. I think that's the whole thing for a lot of successful writers, is that they are okay putting things on the shelf. And that is really what I'm trying to learn, is putting stuff on the shelf if it needs to be put on the shelf. And not to fear that, not to feel like I'm a failure. The fear of failing at something that I put a lot of work into. And I failed at quite a bit of things. I'm learning, listening to other moms and other women at my age, that we typically do go through this process of trying to discover who we are and figure out who we are. And in that discovery, we try a lot of things that we just fell at, I remember trying to be an Avon lady. Yes, I tried to be an Avon lady, took my little baby girl around the neighborhood, trying to sell stuff to my cousin, trying to sell stuff to people at the church and everything. And then finally, I just was like, one, I'm not making any money. I'm paying them far more money than I'm ever going to make. The price is the price. How do you make a profit off of it? And then two, I was like, okay, I don't want to be Walmart. Walmart, you go to all the time when you are needing something. So I'm trying to bring Walmart to them every day, every week when I get that new book. And I don't want to say, hey, you want to buy this, So I failed at that. And I had to pay $360 to pay off the last of the stuff. I end up giving all of the rest of it to a women's ministry, but I failed at that. Trying to discover, I'm trying to make a little extra money, and maybe this is a way for me to make some extra money. As you get older, those failures may sting a little bit more, and you're not as comfortable. When you're young, you're just like, no big deal. You just keep going on. But as you get older, It does sting a little bit more, and that's what it is. The fear of failing to do this book justice and do the readers justice is why I haven't been writing. But I'm confessing it now. I have not been writing. But I am going to pick it back up, and I am going to finish this book, Armored. I am going to finish it. I'm going to finish it. And I'm holding myself accountable with you, my subscribers or my viewers. And I hope you hold me accountable. Not tomorrow. Did you write today? But at least in the next couple of weeks or so, just, hey, give me a shout out. Are you writing? Are you writing? I hope to post a vlog when I am beyond this point and I get further along. But right now, yeah, I am not writing. And I need to write. I did wake up this morning and I did a lot of research and took a lot of notes. I have like 7 pages of notes for this book right now and everything, but I need to get to work. I need to write. So I'm making a sort of, not a goal because I have my major goals, but I am hoping to be finished. I am planning. That's what I'm doing, is planning. I'm planning to be finished with this book by April, which is the beginning of spring break. We're treating ourselves to a vacation. And so I am planning to have this finished by the 1st of April. Have this book finished. So that's why I'm not writing. Is that why you're not writing? Fear that you're not good enough? You are. You are. Because you know why you're good enough? Because it's all learning. And everyone has the right to learn. So get through the process and learn whatever you're supposed to learn so that you can continue to develop your skill as a writer. You deserve it. You're good enough. You have enough value to write that story and learn whatever you're going to learn from having written and completed that story. We do not have a spirit of fear. We do not. So go forth. Write. All right, blessings. Hopefully you got something from that. Let me know. Are you writing? Do you fear your writing? What's happening in your writing space? All right. Bye-bye. Have a wonderful day.